so long it's like alchemy.
Oracle Arena Game 2 Thursday night. Warriors Jazz, no George Hill, out with a sore big toe. Steph is fine despite the ankle tweak in Game 1. A lot resting on that man Gordon Hayward's shoulders. You see the early lob easily snuffed out by Draymond. Like I have said before, Utah very deliberate in their offense, even in their first set to start the game. And you know their game plan is to leave Draymond wide open from three-point range, and he's been locked and loaded all playoffs, expecting to see those shots. You see Rudy Gobert at the rim, probably the best rim protector in the league. Offensive rebound by Clay. Draymond again, two early three balls had Oracle roaring. KD, nice take left, drive, finds Zaza up and under. Good finish from Zaza in very low minutes. Quinn Snyder's seen enough as the young Utah team gets throttled early. And then here's the difference between Shelvin Mack and George Hill. They're going to just let him shoot that three. He hits that one here, but the game plan is to live with that. Don't let him get to the rim because that's what he really wants to do. More penetration. Look at Draymond's already hit two. Look at him pass this up, and then Steph with a fadeaway three ball in the corner. You know you're Steph Curry when teammates are not heat checking, letting you take contested jumpers. Here we go, JaVale McGee in, the pick, and then you're going to see the Gobert effect. He's not going to get a block shot for this, but really, you might as well ring one up. You see him affecting all sorts of shots at the rim. His presence was felt. Then they get ISO Joe. Look at Steph disrespect Shelvin Mack. He's like, go ahead and shoot that, man. I'm not even tripping. And then this is what they want to avoid with KD, the sliding and gliding coast to coast all the way. Nice finish from KD, but they did wrap him up several times in this game. And then look at Shelvin Mack getting the Tony Allen treatment, just walking away from him. Go out in transition, and you know JaVale McGee has a young daughter, so he knows how to rock the cradle. Only played 9 minutes. Mike Brown used a lot of Andre Iguodala in the small ball lineup. Here's an offensive rebound. This is the one threat the Jazz do pose. You got to credit Rodney Hood, man. He shoots the ball like he's Kobe. Look at that confidence. He just doesn't get the same results, but hey, somebody's got to shoot the three to try to keep up. Rodney Hood, maybe not the best candidate. And then you see Iguodala kind of shying away from the three ball. He hasn't hit one in these playoffs. Different story for Draymond. Going nuts, putting the league on notice. And then young Dante Exum, the Australian 6'6" point guard, getting to the cup. He's kind of out of control, but very athletic. Let's listen to Draymond.
How you doing? Good. Good to see you. Yes, sir. All right. Let's get stops and push this thing. Let's go.
Iguodala up top the green, tries another three.
And you see Exum in the pick and roll. Look at how quick David West can recover here and snuff out this lob because he's not a jump shooter. He and Mack both lack the jumper to give the spacing for the lob. Look at Steph doing work, and it was good to see S-Dot doing what S-Dot does, playing that baseline. And then the man that lives in the van, Joe Ingles, no chance with the quick flick of the wrist. Steph gets him. Here they go out in transition, and this is what bothered KD. Several times they wrapped him up. This was the game plan from Quinn Snyder. Don't let them get out and run, and they did it to KD several times. Interesting to see if they will do it in Utah. And then it's your goofy friend on a Nerf hoop, Rudy Gobert, swagless at the rim. Now, Mike Brown took several good timeouts. I like when he took his timeouts. Whenever there was momentum, he broke it quickly. Here's the difference with Gordon Hayward on the pick and roll. Look at all the spacing. I'll give you a 6 on that one, Rudy. A little bit of more flavor on that one. KD, this was a big momentum basket. It was a 10-point lead. He gets the and one. Very physical under the hoop with Rudy. Here he goes again, and it was a little bit off, but he had 6 assists. You see the nice dime to Andre to end the half. Second half, Utah was still game. You see Gordon Hayward kind of running point here. Little flash screen, and he's going to get ISO Joe a corner three ball. We actually traded a couple threes. Clay hit one here early, back and forth, but they felt like the lead should be bigger. And then watch KD get lost again in transition, another three, and Mike Brown another timeout. KD, if you look at the box score, he had a monster game, 25, 11, and 7, but he struggled particularly in transition defense. Watch him point here. He's got to realize with Zaza in the game, KD's got to step up and guard the perimeter. That's not Zaza's job, and it'll never will be. But he found his way late. Mike Brown is doing a good job thus far. And damn it, I love Kerr too, but that's a struggle sign right there, man. They make that in the bathroom at halftime. Look at Steph here, shoelace scoop floater. And he had some trick shots in this one, man, that were pretty spectacular. And this is where you saw the defense. They flipped the switch and it was woke again. You know, after the early run from Utah in the second half, the little patent rip down from Iguodala, how many people does he get like that? Here comes the outlet pass. What's Ig gonna do? Flip it behind his back. Tomahawk trailer from KD, and Roracle was roaring. Then you're going to see a rare hustle play out of Steph. Watch him sneak in here, pick the pocket, draw the foul. Almost got this to go, but look at the emotion on the floor. So you like to see them flip that switch because they were kind of toying with them in that first half. And then Draymond, how tough is this? Right hand on the left side on the 7-2 Rudy Gobert. Yeah, we know. Show him the muscles, Dre. And one. And it was kind of a seesaw game. Every time they get close, we'd extend it. And like I said, Steph, you know how he usually has 8 or 9 points in a row? It was very spread out, but every basket was a momentum breaker against Utah. Very timely shots from Steph. Fourth quarter, they go to ISO Joe. Look at Clay lock in here on this defense and then helps out at the rim, gets us out going in transition. Ian Clark only played 9 minutes, but he still got buckets, 8 points in those 9 minutes, and this was another big three to set the tone early in that fourth quarter. Y'all gotta excuse me, man. I got a cold right now. You can hear me kind of struggling with my wind. And then Draymond with this scary moment here. You see we go back down here in transition, and everybody, well, no, I don't know if y'all were aware, but I saw him go down. You see he doesn't hustle back in the play, and then the immediate timeout as Warrior Nation, you could drop a pin. Now, listening to him after the interview and, look at him right there casually just chilling, man. Apparently his knee locks up on him, and it's been doing it ever since he was in high school. And he says when it starts to lock up, he just gives way on his weight so he doesn't injure it. And he said he'd be fine. Here's KD, though, with Draymond in the locker room, and he finally gets a nice rhythm jumper. I think Utah did well to keep him out of rhythm. Then a tough shot. Gobert cleans it up and cuts it to single digits with 4 minutes left. And then I know the man can golf, but I didn't know he could play pool. Bank shot, corner pocket. That's just not right, Steph. Not right. But you got to credit Gordon Hayward, man. 33 points. Look at him go left on the Defensive Player of the Year. Tough fadeaway, keeping him in this game. So finally, some crunch time minutes for Golden State. What does Mike Brown call out?
7 straight points.
It's the high pick and roll with Kevin Durant. And it was simply to get the switch, the 6'3 Shelvin Mack on KD, quick double, and it's just easy pass to Iguodala. Game 2 put away. Was there really any doubt? Not really. Scary moment from Draymond, but once again, he was the best player on the floor. Game 3 Saturday at Utah. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. I'm out, y'all.